Well, here we are having to deal with more greed based ridiculousness. Can you count the medals? Can you keep up with the medal count? Because we're really struggling to.
We went from having a jackpot to literally losing it all in one go.
Yeah, very quickly. And the moment you thought you had a bonus round to get some of them back, nope. You get just a little bit back, just a little bit, just a little bit.
The thing with gambling, as they say,
Yeah.
you don't put it all on black.
Yeah. As opposed to what that Morongo commercial would have you thinking, always bet on black. Now that is fun. I'm like, is it though? Is it though? Is it though? Is it though? Mister, I was a Lucy Liu lookalike that weirdly transformed into a Ted Danson lookalike. You know who you are. You know who I'm calling out in that casino commercial.
Oh well.
Yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, why are we here? Well, we are back at the TV side of things with Kamen Rider OOOs, episode 13 through 16, which will round off the first arc of the season.
I can't. I being in Showa for so long, you really did not, or we really did not. Well, we did actually show appreciation for stories being told in not just an episode.
Yeah.
And obviously, some people have reached out and said, "Hey, it's crazy how you guys know when to stop and when to go, and because you're giving us an entire story. How does it feel to be back?" And I'm like, well, we always had a story. It's just the story was like 30 minutes long.
Yeah, and sometimes 40 if it's a movie or a two-parter.
And again, just because we're back in Heisei doesn't mean the story makes sense as much as Showa did.
No,
it's just we've actually. It's the same thing when you watch like anime or any type of shows back then.
Mm-hmm.
You could tune in every week. You might have missed one, but you didn't miss much. It all kind of was in here. It was all within the parameters of the episode. But
no, it's like I remember I was really deep into Eureka 7 lore, and then I missed literally one episode. Literally one episode, which is the penultimate episode, by the way. And I'm like, wait a minute. What happened to Dewey? What happened to Eureka? Why does Nirvach look like that? What's going on? Johnny, explain! But Johnny's not here. Because he's in the Soul Society.
Oh, yeah. But it's like we have story, we have plot, we have characters that will intensify or destroy a series. And that's someone in the comments, and again, I don't drop names because, of course, respecting people's privacies. Said to me, why do you call Ankh best bird husbando? Why are you shipping Ankh and Eiji?
Well, if you've seen the music,
the thing is that even this was a thing even when the show was airing. That was the running gag that we had, that the fans had with these two characters. We had Philip and
Shotaro
before, but again, they were partners. They were it was like Watson and Holmes. It was like Jigen and Lupin.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, is Jigen? Yes, Jigen and Lupin. Yeah. And it's
I would say it's more like Jigen and Goemon, but yeah, it's
it's there,
Yeah.
As for these two,
it's like the tension could be cut with a knife.
It's literally like how people like really. I really I didn't understand it, but now I do. Y'all remember when McAvoy and Fassbender were in X-Men's First Class, and they were together, and how people were just really reeling it in hard. Even they even brought it up on a talk show. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of fan fiction about you guys.
Yeah. I mean, it could be worse. At least it's not My Life with Derek fan fiction.
It was going on at this time with AG and Ankh. It was really just like, oh boy, like.
And it's really funny. Said like back in the day, like during the 2000s, you would sometimes have Adult Swim bumpers for the anime that they would have on Adult Swim, and one of the most iconic ones was the Inuyasha one, where it's just a bunch of clips of Kagome and Inuyasha just saying it's like. Inuyasha, Kagome, Inuyasha, Kagome, Inuyasha, Kagome. Well, in 2012 and 2014, because it was just that popular of a meme. Like all of us in the Toku community, especially at Morphicon, we're doing kind of like the same thing as the Inuyasha joke, but we're like. Uncle AJ, Uncle AJ, Uncle AJ. Yeah, there we go.
It's a joke that's been going around, and again, it's like, well, how come you don't do it with other? How come you didn't do it with Gaim or with Build? Like how
with Build, the relationship with Banjo and Sento is way more subtle,
and the whole thing with Michi and Gen is like, oh, not Gen.
Takatora.
No, not Takatora. No, not Takatora.
Oh, my?
Not my. No, I'm talking about Gaim. I'm talking about actual what.
You mean Kota?
Yeah, Michi and Kota. I was like, why the hell am I not remembering his name? But it's like
the thing. We met Mr. Sano.
They were friends. They were straight up buddies. And it was like, again, like I said, the fox and the hound type of analogy. But here, ladies and gentlemen, you can honestly see it. And as the show goes on, it's like, okay, Ankh is totally a tsundere. Like 100%.
It's like the SNL skits, the Fast and By Curious.
And not to mention, like, the thing is with Ryosuke, who is the actor for Ankh. He is a non-binary actor. He has performed both female and male roles on stage and on television. So they're a very versatile actor. So
just make sure you don't confuse him with Long from Gecky Ranger, because they're definitely not the same actor.
No, they're not the same. I know. Some people are like, is that? No.
Like if you ever seen the opening bumper from a certain fan sub that will not say the name of, literally in episode 2, it's like Ankh, inequality sign, Long.
Yeah, it's like it's almost like there was an inspiration there, but no, that's actually how Ryosuke looked back then, and so they're kind of like, why not? And obviously, if some people have an issue with me saying it, well, that's just kind of the inside joke that the fandom has been with these two ever since. We're not trying to shove some type of agenda here. There is no such thing. I mean, we're all just here having fun. And again, to those people that did contact me and ask me about that, I'm like, well, that's the running joke. You must be new to this fandom, because
it's like how people have been making Tommy Jason slash fiction for years, to the point that my very first Hitler rant video, which is a meme where you get footage from the movie Downfall, where he's in his situation room and he's ranting about stuff, and you add subtitles and he's complaining about some first world problem, Hitler rants about the trailer for Dragon Ball Evolution, or Hitler rants about the red ring on his Xbox, or something like that. My very first video was Hitler rants about the Kamen Rider decade finale, and in that video there was mention about like I'd rather read Tommy Jason / fiction.
Yeah, no. With any Kamen Rider, with any, and again, this is not an American thing.
Yeah,
I actually, when I was in Japan and went to the Kamen Rider diner, there was many a Japanese young women in the diner. I actually was like, there's a lot of women in here, and a lot of them were sharing like XA fan fiction, and I'm like, oh, so it's not just in America. It's like, nope.
Like I love how South Park even made a joke about it.
And it's the craziest thing. I will see if I'll upload photos or something. There's a cool dedication to OOOs in the diner. So you have all 150 plus sub combinations plus the main combos displayed with the photo of Shu and Ryosuke. Just like, and it's like, yeah, no, I get it. I totally understand. I see it. And well, they do say birds are very affectionate creatures despite their nature. So Ankh might be a tsundere, a very, very annoying tsundere in the beginning of this show. But right now we're at a transaction. We're at a we're at a crossroads with Ankh right now. Because as much as people have been hating on him and just like, oh my God, like look what he did to Hina and what he's doing to Eiji and what
he's still gonna do to Hina in the next batch of episodes.
It's like, oh my God, like fuck it. And then finally it's like towards the end, you're like, oh my God, that poor bird. Yeah. No, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like for any one of the Demon Slayer fandom, okay, I know because I read it. That that enemies, no matter what side they're on, always have their backstories, and sometimes those backstories are demons, monsters born, or are they created by the situations that are?
This is the way.
This is the way. This is the way.
Yep.
And are they monsters all the way through? One might be. We know this. One definitely is a demon. But what about the rest? Same thing goes with the greed, because in these episodes, we actually get to shine a little bit more light on them, because it's like, wait, aren't you guys like, aren't you guys don't you guys have the same goals? It's the same goal, but not the same goals.
Yeah.
Again, it's like, you would think it's better in numbers, better to be united.
Nope. Everyone has to have their own agenda.
We are a secret club because of our agenda.
Yeah. We're gonna find out a lot more about this because, again, it's like we don't know what Kogami's up to. We don't know what Maki's up to. Are Kogami and Maki even on the same page about this?
I mean, you're like, there's Kogami and then there's Goto.
Yeah.
There's Eiji and then there's Ankh. Mm-hmm. There are the Greeds and then there's Maki. So it's kind of like, oh, we have one team, one faction, but there's a string that connects one to the other, and
like previously on Kamen Rider W.
Mm-hmm. The strings be connected too differently, man.
Yeah. So episode 13, we begin with the Wild West motif at the shop. And even Hina's dressed in an outfit which here in America would get her canceled, but we're not going to go right into it. But I love how Chiako like asks Ankh about his home, and because like he's like, you're a hoarder, right? Like where are you from? It's like I come from the precipice of absolute greed, and I'm thinking to myself, wait, so you're from Meteor City?
Yeah, no, literally, are you part of the Phantom Troop? Because Ankh, you totally would fit in with Crollo and the rest of the faction. Like, no joke. Like, I would imagine you would have taken over Takanoda's position.
I love how we got 2 consecutive weeks with relevant Hunter x Hunter references.
Well, I mean, remember, this was what, 2011? So at the time, the anime was actually airing in Japan.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Hunter x Hunter, like, vibes were, like, at full swing at this point. So, I'm not saying that was a, not that it was been an inspiration, but, the parallels or the similarities are there, whether they're connected or not. But yes,
Erica is cashing in her vacation days. She's going to Brazil.
That's her little heart. She works too hard eating cake all day for Kogami.
Yeah, but so now Goto's take over with all the cake eating.
Yeah. It's like, you got to ask yourself, Erika, where do you go to the gym? Because if you're eating all that cake, what do you do to burn that all?
I got this. Hold on. Where you see, using my brain power, I'm able to burn the calories just by using the power of thought.
They do say that it's all mental, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the thing is that, again, Chaco seems to be the only one that, although it's not really there, Ankh doesn't do anything to her. Like, he just kind of, he just tolerates it. It's just like, wow. Like, but then again, it's not Chaco's fault. It's Eiji and Hina that are like, we have to make a cover story because you can't just be like, and with that arm and all that stuff. So we got to, like, no, well, I mean, I guess to Chiako, it's just a fashion trend that you have a
bird hand.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember watching a TV show about vampires where the vampires had birds all over their bodies. Are you trying to cosplay as one of those vampires?
Yeah, well, Kiva was a couple years after this, so obviously. But yeah, but again, this is where the whole Tsundere arc of Ankh happens, because really, it's just like, Eiji, you should have made something more believable for Chaco. You should have. Obviously, Hina knows. I don't know really why Chaco doesn't. Well, again, Chaco doesn't need to know. But it's like, you could have made up something a little bit more believable than him coming from a cesspool of darkness and greed, which technically it is true. But yeah, this starts the whole, like, Ankh hating on Eiji and Hina. But that'll be played out more within these 2 episodes. But
and just to recap our medal count from episode 12, because let's remember that the events of the movie are very dubious in where they take place in the TV show. But yeah, so we have 2 Taka medals, 1 set of each of the 3 insect medals, so we can do a full green combo. We have at least 1 set of 3 yellow medals with an extra Tora medal, so we can do a full yellow combo. 1 set of all 3 white medals, and 2 Dengyu Nagi medals. So he could do 3 full combos plus a couple of additional like lower tier combinations.
Well, wait a minute. You had a red combo before. What happened to that?
So, like I said when we discussed the movie, headcanon. When they defeated Kamen Rider Core, which You do see clips of the opening theme song and the sponsor segment.
Hammering in these episodes of the movie so hard. I'm like,
Yeah.
I hope you watched it because you're getting massive spoilers in these openings. Like, really? Damn.
Yeah. So like, at least, with Power Rangers Turbo, they had the courtesy of having the movie entirely take place before the first episode, and then completely recap the entire movie during the first episode, so we're not lost in trying to figure out what's going on. Like, they did a good job framing it because Rocky wasn't there, so we got to explain everything to Rocky. Rocky's gonna leave, so enjoy Rocky while he lasts, because you won't see him again till, let's see, well, he will be in a flashback in Dino Thunder, but as a full Ranger, you're not going to see him again until unmorphed in Ninja Steel. Unmorphed in Ninja Steel. Fully morphed, Super Mega Force, but unmorphed Ninja Steel.
Right.
Yeah. So enjoy Rocky while he lasts in that first episode of Turbo. I was equally confused because I didn't see the movie when I saw the first episode of Turbo. So thank goodness that they actually recapped the Turbo movie. But so headcanon, when they defeated Kamen Rider Core, and AEG ended up in Brazil. Boy, everyone's really trying to go to Brazil. The core medals got scattered. Most of them, but somehow Ankh got back 1, 2, 3 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 medals got scattered, while Ankh got 3 of them back. That's why we have 2 eels, 2 tigers, 2 hawks, but no octopus or condor or, well, you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. That's a headcanon. That's a headcanon. And as for like all the hinting about birth, Kamen Rider birth, throughout these next 4 episodes, we'll just say that the one that we saw Goto and Nobunaga use in the movie was just a prototype. It's just a prototype.
Well, it's just a prototype.
See, this is where they messed up. See, here's where they messed up. What they should have done is use the proto-birth version in the movie. Like in the movie, like in a later episode, spoiler alerts, there will be like a prototype version of the birth driver with like a red circle around that central capsule. Like they should just use that in the movie. That's why like he could only use drill and crane arm, and then like when we see it in the actual show, it's like, oh yeah, remember that prototype we used in the movie? Well, here it is. So now we can both be birth.
Yeah. But so
y'all messed up. We're fixing your problems.
I mean, honestly, the movie itself, I mean, again, is it canon? No.
It's very dubious in how canon it is.
We had to get your butts in seats somehow, and to show you like the secondary most used form, obviously. But so where are we? We are there. There's a
surgeon.
There's a surgeon in this episode. A female, a lady doctor,
who is being denied the operating table by the director.
Because, and I want to know in the comments, if they said to you, you're going to have some surgery, whether it is major or minor, and they said that it is going to be a lady doctor who is performing the surgery, what are your thoughts about that? I actually am very surprised that statistically, and it's not for the reasons you think, many people, both men and women, prefer that their surgeries, whether minor or major, are performed by male doctors. Unless it's a specific, like, if it's cosmetic, not so much. But apparently minor or major surgeries, it tends to be more on that, you know? So let me ask you, does it matter? Does it not matter? Because it kind of makes you feel like this is a reason why they keep her away in the beginning of this episode. Because it's like, wait, why is she not allowed to perform surgeries? Did something happen?
Mm-hmm.
Was there an accident? Did she lose a patient? We're not sure. All we know is that the director of the hospital is saying, no, don't let her in. Don't let her. These men will take care of the surgeries. You go over there and, well, you can kind of feel like, well, that's wrong. Like, why are you treating her this way? And you're making her feel bad. I'm like, we're going to get there. Right now, it sounds horrible. This is like, what? Oh, hold on to your pitchforks and fire, okay? We're getting there. All right. So apparently a certain cat notices this. And he's like, I could use this. I could totally use this. And he does. And, well, does everyone remember how Kazure's greeds actually work?
If you don't, we'll give you a reminder. What happens is the yummy born of the host stays inside the host for a while until they become this weird hybrid, and then they sort of go inside out, where the host ends up inside the person. So get ready for some Edward Scissorhands type of nonsense.
Edward Scissorhands? What the heck? I was thinking more of the lines of Freddy Krueger.
That also works.
I'm like, Edward, we're trying to be scary here, not emo. No, I mean, Johnny, I love you, man. But I'm like, anyone who says to me, like, oh, Edward Scissorhands is the most punk movie, the most goth. I'm like, you did see what I saw, right? This is basically Tim Burton's rendition of Beauty and the Beast.
Yep.
That's pretty much what the movie is.
Or Frankenstein.
Well, yeah, because of what it is. But I'm like, typically I'm like, well, Beauty and the Beast or Frankenstein. But in terms of like, it's as if they took Frankenstein and instead of running from him at first, they started to accept him until like, you know how normal society is. You know how they're just like, oh yeah, well no, yeah. So who's the monster? The creation or the mob? I'd say the mob. Anyway, so,
I will never forgive anyone that tries to like excuse Gaston from Beauty and the Beast.
No,
it's like bruh, he tried to force himself onto a woman. And then tried to blackmail her into marrying him under the threat that her father will become committed in a loony bin by a corrupt and bribed shrink. Then he rallies a mob to go lynch an agoraphobe who hasn't left his house in 10 years. They break into his private property, cause property damage, and then attempts first-degree murder from behind. So no, Gaston is not a hero. And you're psycho for believing it.
He's a total Chad. He's a total tool. And I'm like, no. He's got a very good song, but he's a total tool.
Yeah.
But anyway, so as always, you know, the nightmare consumes. But of course, what happens is because of this Yami inside of this lady doctor, she winds up actually performing surgeries by herself and actually committing or causing miracles to happen. Patients who were terminal, patients who were on the brink of death, she was able to save them.
I don't know if I should say.
Oh, hell no!
or
the thing, yeah, well, I mean, it's all in how you look at it, because the aftermath is like, wait, I was suffering from a terminal illness and she cured me. Then there's the whole like, while she's performing the surgeries, talk about like your Ash from the Evil Dead Part 2. All that's missing are the taxidermy animals cackling maniacally as she's hacking away at these patients, because it's seriously one of those moments that you're like, what butcher is this? But then you come out, it's like, oh, you took a block of ice and made a beautiful ice sculpture with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, Dr. Maki reveals that he's been working with Kazuri to a certain extent.
Well, Kazuri kind of went out and sought out the good doctor. For what reasons, only Kazuri knows. But Maki takes it as a point of like, we could both be beneficial here.
Yeah,
you your grief knowledge, and I share my information on what I know.
And basically, there's talk about what if there was a singular vessel for like all the core metals, but should it be O's or the greed? Also, we learned that if you break a cell metal in half, it'll turn into foot soldiers.
Yeah, it's something about this Kazuri Yami that is just. Well, even so, the Yami themselves, the larval form is very, like, again, it's a punching bag. Like, really nothing happens. You could just keep knocking them and attacking them, but they never stop. They're just shuffling around like extras in a Thriller video.
Mm.
But yeah, for some reason, this the whole thing with the plot with the doctor. News gets out that the doctor, this lady doctor, is making miracles happen. Now all of Japan is wanting to talk to this one lady doctor because, well, whatever it may be, we're not really shown any type of terminal illnesses in this show.
Yeah.
But it's so much that, yeah, you're not allowed to enter the hospital because they're already way booked and way overpacked.
Yeah.
Unless you were a patient or a previously committed patient.
Yeah, and what's really interesting is that there's a back and forth between the head surgeon and the director, who, by the way, is her dad, because it's like no, she should not be doing these surgeries, but they are all successful. Yeah, but she doesn't understand what it really means to be a doctor, and later, and in the next episode, we actually understand why. And I love how in about 5 years, maybe 6, we're actually going to have a full season to expand on that.
Yeah, the whole thing, yeah, we get the whole thing about that the director is the surgeon's father. Apparently, that was and I was like, it's kind of obvious because they do have like a go between the two, which I'm like, I know that he's the director of the hospital and everything, but how he was going about talking to her and having this conversation, because, well, the way we find out is that Eiji and Ankh sneak in because apparently the detective and Hina this was the hospital that the detective was sent in. So he's technically a previous patient. Mm-hmm. So getting Ankh in a bunch
when was he sent there though? Because if you recall, when he got knocked out by the mantis greed, what's his name? Ankh took over his body almost immediately.
I think it's like kind of like, this is your doctor's office kind of a situation,
Uh-huh.
But yeah, they wind up putting Ankh in casts and bandages and whatnot, and I'm like, is that really?
He's like, this is ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous enough that literally he's like scalding children as he's like waiting to get looked at. Enough,
and he's like scaring all these children.
And Hina gets so mad at him that she her
manhandles his what's it called, wheelchair.
just grabs and manhandles him off.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, Hina, I love you, honey. I really do. When you hug me, go around very slowly and hands on top of one another. Slowly, please. Because if you're able to lift a wheelchair and a full-grown man in said wheelchair, well, hell, we saw her lift a damn vending machine by like just nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm like, okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. So, yeah, well, AG goes off because apparently one of the can droids tells them they found something, and we have the confrontation with the director and the doctor. Now, again,
Yes, Eunice Scalpel hands.
Be as it may, how he was talking to her, it was a dead giveaway that they're family. It was a dead giveaway because this is not a professional talking situation. This, like, seriously, like, are you two married? Are you two, like, family? Something's going on here. But as that happened, cue in the whole Freddy Krueger knife thingies because her hands turn into surgical scalps and just shredding the hell out of the walls. I wish we had. Well, no, we can't use it because of copyright. I wish we could just play just a little bit of a certain theme song when those claws came out. But
One, two, he's coming for you.
Yourself,
3,
you know what I mean.
4, shut the door.
Anyway,
5, 6.
So as this is going on, I guess the doctor or the actual head surgeon is sick or he has a condition.
Yeah.
Because of what he saw, and we did see the nurse turn half into a Yami.
Yeah.
He kind of falls into not cardiac arrest, but more along the lines of he's having a heart attack because he is up in age.
There is a funny scene where Goto is also hospitalized, and Ankh basically does a rocket punch.
Yeah. Ankh used rocket punch to the point that because of that, you kind of separated from the detective, and now there's nurses and doctors around you, or your body, technically, I should say, to now try to resuscitate you. And I'm like, okay. Anyone want to tell them that this body's actually been dead for like about a month? Maybe more?
Technically, he has about 10 to 14 minutes of a separation time.
Yeah, but still, I'm like, the time in this episode, in these 2 episodes when Ankh was gone, I'm like, that was longer than 10 to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
That was way too long. I'm like, no freaking way. But yeah, so Ankh decides to just go off on his own because, he's a tsundere. He's just puffs his cheeks and walks off because he doesn't want to deal with Eiji. He doesn't want to deal with Hina. He doesn't want to deal with Goto.
But as for right now, I gotta go my own way.
He just wants to do his own thing. He wants to be a single independent bird, I'm like, oh, you are such a tsundere. My God. Just chill. So, before or as that happened, Eiji and the doctor, the surgeon, wind up fighting each other outside. But they finally turn into an actual cat girl.
Yeah.
I was getting Ariana Grande vibes before Ariana Grande was Ariana Grande. We still had redhead victorious Ariana at this point. How do I know this? This is way after my time. They were heavily promoting, if you remember, Victorious. Really hard during this time.
I only saw 2 or 3 episodes, and the only reason I saw one of those episodes was because Felix Ryan and Steven Lunsford were in that episode. Literally, both of them. Same episode.
I actually have a friend that knew them personally, worked on the show. And again, this is young 2011 me. I actually was there at a party. I wasn't watching TV at the time. I didn't know. And I was like, oh, yeah, this is my friend. Oh, hey, pleasure to meet you. What's your name? She's like, Ariana. I'm like, that's a nice name. I love your hair. Little did I know that I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm weird. I've never claimed sanity, ever. But it's one thing when someone who is normal tries to go and they're like, okay, that's weird. That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so yeah, we have a combo. The Segojo comes in because you have to just bust out the tank and again the rocket punches. You know, you just had to bring it. And I'm like, you had this AG. But again, this is the problem with you and the combos. You lose yourself in these situations. You totally just frag yourself. It's like you go a little berserk and you get confused. You use rage in Pokemon Gen 1. You know, if you remember how that went.
Yep.
And you were close. You were so close, but you just stalled too long that it caused the body. Well, you separated the two because you used the cheetah legs again to separate them.
Yeah.
You fought her and Kazari, and you were about to kill the Yami, but it wasn't enough because you stopped yourself because they both fused back together again. And thus we go into the next part of the episode, which continues the battle. And again, you fizzle out with the Gojo. You get your ass kicked again by the cat girl and Kazari. Cue the opening theme.
Yeah.
And now we're at all my children, the Kamen Rider O's version, because we're trying to resuscitate the detective who is separated from Ankh. And Hina, poor sweet baby child, is there like, okay, seriously, soap opera vibes right here. Is he gonna live? Are they gonna resuscitate him, or is he gonna die? Because he only has 10 to 15 minutes left.
Meanwhile, the director also has to deal with his own set of cardiac problems.
Yeah, what the hell? We're losing people to heart problems like nothing here.
Yeah, but on the upside, we neither gained. Well, we lost 2 medals. We actually have the same number of medals. So yeah, nothing changed there, thankfully.
Nothing changed there.
Yeah, but AG is like so desperate to fight Ankh. He's just like popping all of his cell medals into the vending machine. It's like Bata, Unagi, Bata, Taka, Taco, Taka.
I'm like, AG, didn't Erika and Goto give you a suitcase full of these things? Why? Where are those? Or did you forget? And it's like, yeah. So they go, I'm like, yeah, because Ankh just decided to go away because I'm not dealing with your shit. I'm like, it's that thing with like your girlfriend or your boyfriend when something that should not have been blown up to like at that point, but to them it was a big deal. I'm like, no, I get it, Ankh, I get it, but really, there's no need to go this far. Really, it's not supposed to. But yeah, because Ankh is sleeping on a park bench, obviously, and scares a corgi, and then scares a woman with said corgi, and just. At that point, it's the whole like, it's raining. I just got splashed by a car. I can't believe that I ran out on AG and Hina. They probably hate me, but they're
basically having a Kirito moment.
Yeah, literally just like, just what am I going to do? I want, Ankh is looking for core medals. Obviously, we're like, well, okay, what? Like, there's one specifically that he really, really wants, and we all know what that is.
in the next
So,
episode.
yeah. So, going back to the hospital, AG talks to the doctor. The doctor's laying out because he's having a heart attack. And apparently, within this time, AG explains to the doctor who is on the gurney, literally.
Maybe not the best time.
Not the best time to review
Not the
this
best
show.
time.
If you want to review this show, watch our episodes. He can watch it later, not now.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. And Gota has to prove his humility by like eating a bunch of cake. Like,
no, that's his partner. That's his partner. Remember his partner, because Kogami goes off.
At first, it was his partner, but then Goto has to like prove himself. Meanwhile, Erica is just like chilling, in Brazil, eating spicy curry with Chiyoko. Well, we learned something new about Erica. She likes spicy food, which makes Erica best girl.
Look, I'm not saying that I eat a lot of chili stuff or a lot of spicy stuff. I do enjoy my spices. I really do. I'm just like, are we talking about Eddie? Well, if you're eating Brazilian food, I would imagine as well. But I was like, when Erika said she likes spicy food, I'm like, Erika, are you talking about Japanese spicy? Or are you talking about like
Indian spicy?
Like Indian, Latin America spicy. Nothing is above Indian spice, okay? I don't give a damn who you are or what you think. Oh, like your favorite is Valentina, Tapatio, Cholula.
Man, Cholula is my favorite. It may not have the Scoville that Tapatio has, but it has that zestiness. It goes great on ramen.
One of those that you use the duck sauce, the duck salsa. If you're of Latino origins, you know about the duck sauce. It's not duck sauce. It just says it's a sauce with a picture of a duck.
Yeah,
it's there. Or if you're Chinese, you know about the sanban.
Yeah, the sriracha with the rooster on there.
Yeah, no. Well, sriracha, it's there, but the sanban, that's like that'll eat a hole through your car roof if you leave it on there long enough. Anyway, that's my thing with Erika. I'm like, are you talking about Japanese spice? Or are you talking about like world spicy? I assume the latter because she's eating Brazilian food. Although as I've been told, tell me if I'm wrong, Brazilians are not very big on spices either.
No, I mean, I was just making a running gag, but because like it's still like the Old West theme at the it's still the Old West theme at the Costco sewer. I'm guessing it's like Latino spicy, like maybe like some like hot salsa.
I mean, I know that the Brazilians love to eat chimichurri.
Yeah,
I know that's a big thing with them is chimichurri.
Well, chimichurri is more of an Argentinian food, but some Brazilian places have chimichurri as well.
Yeah. So in terms of spices, I'm not sure. My family is Salvadorian.
But if you want to know where I personally stand on spicy food, I suggest you go back and watch my interview with Sean Kanan.
I mean, it's great to have spicy food, but again, we learned something about Erika. So good on her. She loves
yeah,
and she loves the spices. So yes, where were we? So yeah, so they wheel the doctor away, and I'm like, I'm assuming it's been more than an hour. Okay, how is the detective not dead at this point? They do resuscitate, they do lose him. They give him the paddles. Hina is like in a state of shock and in a state of depression. And when we think it's done, it's over. Oh, no more.
He wakes up. It's like a doctor is more than just technique. And then now she has to perform on her dead, which, by the way, is a severe Hippocratic violation. Just saying.
Yeah, no joke. No joke.
Yeah.
I seriously said, I'm like, there's no way in any hospital, in any type of like patient doctor confidentiality, this would never happen. I'm not a doctor, but I even know, I'm like, it's one thing about, performing surgery on a stranger, the stress, the trauma that could come if you lose a patient. But imagining cutting open your child or your parent to save their life.
See, the personal bias of will cause you to panic, and that panic may cause you to make mistakes much worse than you would make with a stranger. And you might end up killing your own relative instead of saving them. That's why generally you're not allowed to perform on your own relatives or people you know personally. It's not so much a HIPAA issue as much as it's a Hippocratic issue, and part of the Hippocratic oath is to be impartial with your patients, and that kind of means you kind of have to go in double blind. The patient cannot know you; you cannot know your patients. You're only allowed to know what they're dealing with and how, and help them overcome it. If it's a relative, there are a lot of personal bias will be involved. Or if it's your sworn enemy, if the Batman was a doctor and had to perform life-saving surgery on the Joker, it's he would not be allowed because well, I don't know if you've watched The Office, but there season 6, there's an episode where it's he's in Japan, surgeon number 1, Yakuza boss, need hot surgery, but hand slip, but Yakuza boss died. And then at the end it's a big secret. I killed Yakuza boss on purpose. I am surgeon number 1.
Yeah. But we also get that Ankh comes back.
Yeah.
And resuscitates the detective.
Yeah, one less thing to worry about.
But Hina's actually pretty happy. Although when she was holding her brother and just he's agreed he can literally be transparent. You were crushing Ankh. And I'm kind of imagining you kind of maybe crushed your brother's hand too.
Yeah.
But you got him back. Okay. And what are we going to do with the Yami and Kazari? What are we going to do?
Question. I don't know. Actually, I do know because we watched the episode. But basically, what's really crazy about this is that we have a 2v1 fight with both the Siamese cat Yami, the Kazari, and Oz, and he loses 2 of his medals. He loses a cheetah medal and a tiger medal, which means that Kazari is now at 7. He only needs 2 more to finish. Now, here's the thing. At this point in time, we don't know that he needs 9 in total. We will find out in a later episode this week. But yeah, no, he's up to 7. He just needs 2 more. And it just so happens that AG does have those 2 medals.
He's very close. What happens when a Yami a Greed gets all its medals? Basically what Oz can do, but it's them naturally.
But worse. Yeah.
But worse. So, yeah. Again, we separated the 2, the doctor and the cat, obviously because it matured, but this was the first time that we actually have seen, especially with Kazari's greed, that they don't need their male or human hosts anymore. It wasn't that way before. You had to have them in there, but it's not like they necessarily needed to be.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, one quick sword slash later, and the Siamese cat winds up dying, saving everyone.
While Surgeon Lady successfully performs a surgery on her dad, and Goto actually helps Oz for once. He does something useful.
Mm-hmm. What is that?
He just fires his gun at the Siamese cat's greed. Yummy thing.
You finally put the scope on, didn't you, Goto?
Yeah.
Which one? I don't know. Why did I close this eye? Jesus Christ. I had this eye closed. What's wrong with me? I'm like in the Monster Hunter, the live action Monster Hunter like movie where it's like, why did you close your eye when you were looking through the scope? What? Oh God, I'm ashamed of myself. So yeah, happy ending. Everyone's alive. Ankh is back with his doctor, and the doctor and his daughter. I'm like, it pretty much boiled down to is that she is a skilled surgeon. She is,
but she learns that she also has to be Hippocratic, not just skillful. She needs to.
She what? I mean, it's pretty much like. I know this is not a good reference, and I mean, bless Robin Williams, but
Patch Adams.
Yeah. Even though that movie is trash, it really is. Robin Williams' performance and what it really kind of like, yes, don't get too attached, but at least acknowledge their humanity and who they are as people. Like, I mean, they're not just bodies.
Yeah, they're not just cadavers for you to dissect.
They're scared. They don't know what's going to happen. They put their lives in you. And when every time you go in or you talk to them, you're just cold. You're just like, well, this is like blah, blah, blah. Like, you have no compassion. It's all technique with you. It's all show. There's no heart. Mm-hmm. Because it's not so much that she was bad. It's just like, so if you did lose a patient, which I'm not saying you did, I don't think you would. I'm not saying it's going to like, oh my God, but it's just kind of like, you're like, whatever. Next.
Yeah. Also, as it turns out, this whole Siamese cat, Yummy, was all just a ploy to was all just a ploy so that Mezul would summon more of those piranha yummies in order to get a lot more cell metals, which succeeds, apparently. But now I'm just curious, what's been going on over here? We've been so distracted with this plot. What happened over there?
We didn't really get that much until the next episode, because now we're dealing with
Maki finding out that there's new data surrounding the peacock metal.
Yeah, now Kazari and Maki are like starting to really get down to it. Maki is very close. Very close. It's not quite there yet, he said.
Yeah.
It still needs a little bit more time, but we're close.
Yeah. And our final medal count in episode 14 is we've lost the only cheetah medal we had and one of the two tiger medals. So we no longer have the ability to use the yellow combo. We just have the lion head and the tiger arms.
Ryotaro Cheo is not here anymore. The kitty has been put outside. Mm-hmm. But what will come next? Well, let's see what comes next.
Yeah. So apparently Dr. Maki sent a letter to Kogami saying that, oh yeah, I'm going to need you to send me 5,000 cell medals and the Kujaku medal that you happen to conveniently have.
5K. 5K. Are wait, do we have 5K? Yeah, we do. I keep it in my floor safe.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. And also, obviously Kogami being loud and boisterous, Goto boy, please take this to the good doctor as well. What is it?
It's a core medal that we secretly been having this whole time. And it just so happens in the corner of the room where no one could see, there is a Taka Candroid holding onto a Bata Candroid who is, mine are like way over there, like on the other side of this room. Yeah.
I know. Mine are over there too. These are just the candy toys. So
yeah,
when it works, don't at me. But yeah. And Onk, well, first off, let me ask this question. Kogami, a very secretive organization as yours, you don't have security cameras outside your office noticing that there is a mechanical bird and grasshopper spying on you nefariously?
Mm-hmm.
Cue the intro music. All right, stop that.
You count the medals 1, 2, and 3. Lab goes on, and it goes coming up bows, and yes, yet another week where like we had to sit through like clips of the movie. And this one has Nobunaga put the underwear on his head.
Why watch the movie at this point? Just watch the credits. You already saw the movie.
You know, one of these days we need to like get like every opening of like of a certain season where like where they promote a movie, and then just put those individual clips in chronological order according to the movie itself, and see how much of the movie it makes out.
I thought you were asking like we should like review every opening to every Kamen Rider. I'm like, what every Toko channel is doing now?
No.
I'm like, well, maybe we could say which one's our favorite, which one's not. But I'm like, everyone's doing that. Come on, we got.
Yeah,
I think
everyone's doing it at this point. It's like, you know, I wish I could do like a non-anime fan review, react to like every JoJo opening, but I've seen so many of those. I could make a playlist of them.
What is there left to say? What is there left to say? It's like, you know, anything goes for OOOs is a banger, and everyone knows it.
Yeah, almost every Kamen Rider opening slaps, even if the season doesn't.
It depends. There's some that I kind of, you know, like, oh, yeah, I don't feel like hearing this one today. But when it comes down to like, okay, we're getting into Gaim, we're getting into OOOs, we're getting into Build, I'm like, it's not just the ones we reviewed, but it's like, yeah, here we go. So we start the episode.
All right. AG gets a bill.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So apparently now cue in obligatory Christmas episode because AG's helping Chiako in like setting up, but Sheep gives him a bill, and it's like, what's this?
It's how much ice pops your roommate has been eating this past month.
Your bird friend. You get what I'm going there. Your bird friend has been racking up one hell of a bill. And it's like, what? Like, yeah. I'm like, okay, Onk, I thought you were supposed to eat like a bird, not eat like a dang vulture. Still a bird, but, you know, I'm like, you get what I mean. Anyway, yeah, well, that's all Onk eats. And, well, let's just say this, okay? I'm talking about like a couple years back. An ice pop for me, because I did, you know, it wasn't that hard, was at least like 130 yen. You know? That adds up, especially if like that's all Onk is eating.
Oh yeah, no, like when I would go to Little Tokyo, I'd always eat like a melon flavored ice pop, and that is not cheap.
I mean, and also it's like AG's broke, AG's poor.
Yeah.
Okay. Let us just say that he's poor. Okay. He doesn't have the money to supply Onk with ice pops. But here starts the tsundere drama between AG and Onk because, well, here's the episode where we are finally doing like a scene from Ocean's 11, because Onk is now aware about the 5K core medals that Goto is gonna transport to Dr. Maki along with his Kajaku. For those who don't know, Kajaku is peacock in Japanese.
Yep.
Kojaku. So, yeah. This is the core medal that he really, really wants. And I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. It's a part of you. You need it back. All right, let's try to get it. So, well, apparently Kazuri knows of this and decides to drop it on the Grease to tell him, a bunch of cell metals are being transported. That could be used to revive you guys, right?
Mhm.
That could help you guys, right? You all need core metals. You lost a lot of your core metals, but you need cell metals, right? Like,
Mhm.
yeah, we really, really need them. Okay. So, Mizul, you and Gamul, we need you guys over
Mhm.
there. Uva,
I need you over there.
you over there. Places people because we have got to make this work. Well, we
Yeah.
do technically. Although Hina gets wrapped up in all of this.
How you ask?
I really don't know.
She's just missing all day.
She just went missing. Which I'm like, whoa, did Ankh have something to do with this? Was it? I mean, it's got to be Kazari, right? What? But it's like, wait, why would Kazari put Hina in the transport then? What?
And
like,
when and how?
And like, why would he? What is the purpose? And it's like, wait, was it Goto? But then Goto, why would you want your caravan to get attacked? For some reason, for some freaking reason, the transport gets attacked. Here comes Mizul, here comes Gamul, here comes Uva, and in the whole fray, Hina just again got knocked out, wakes up in the caravan, not realizing what the fuck is going on. She comes into contact with the Greed as they are, and it's like Kazumi kind of makes it seem like he knew she was in there.
Mhm.
And it's like, it's all going to plan. What plan? What was the
plan?
What was the purpose? Because again, it's like you all found out because Hina actually knocked out Gamul.
Yeah. That was really fun to see.
I mean, it's like Gamul is a wall. He is literally a wall. He is a tank. For a small, frail girl to just and knock him out, it's like, okay, back up. But it's like Ankh is trying to find his core metal. Where is it? Apparently, it's not there. The caravan is a decoy.
Mhm.
What? Then where's the other caravan? Oh, you gave us the old Texas switcheroo, didn't you? You gave us the old. So Goto went this way, but you sent it on the other caravan. What other caravan? The one you guys weren't aware of. See, we took the armor car and everything, but we put the metal in some bicycle or in something, and that caused your distraction, which you let it go past without even realizing. You attacked the wrong target. That's actually very smart of you, Goto. That really is.
Yeah.
But because of it, Kazumi is just like, yeah, we got to go. The plan messed up. Oh, Mizul, can I come? Can I?
Oh, by the way, Kazuri does take 2 green and 2 blue medals from Ankh.
Oh yeah, he did. But he also ripped out the other core medals from Mizul. Yeah, he ripped
6 core medals from her. He ripped 6 core medals from her.
I'm surprised she's still alive. I really am. I'm literally shocked that she's still alive.
She's down to her last one.
Yeah, she's on the red. She's blinking. She's on the Pokemon sound effect of about to get KO. And
yeah. So there's a car chase sequence between Goto and Uva. And let's just say an armored truck will always beat a sedan.
Well, I mean, what are you talking about? In speed or in endurance?
In terms of just like strength, physical brute strength, like one will knock the other out if they're going the same speed. Obviously, the one with more mass will have more momentum.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because momentum is velocity times mass.
While obviously, they obviously the greed are kind of like, what happened? What was all that about? I don't know. Well, it's Gamul and it's OOO, and they have Hina. This is the part where Hina knocks out Gamul and is just like, okay, we have to. But again, Kazari shows up pretending to be injured, saying that O's attacked. He attacked Mizazul. She's hurt. That she's on. And of course, Gamul, being the simp that he is, Mizazul. I'm like, are you in love with her, Gamul, or is this like you calling out?
King of the Hill. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Yeah, it's that. Yeah, it's that moment because I'm just like, no, I don't think that. I don't believe that. Gamul is too special for him to understand any type of complex thought, you know. But it's not that crazy that he cares about Mizazul. But poor Kano is like,
So Kazari like tells Hina, it's like, hey, I don't need you anymore. You can leave. You can leave. Go. You can leave.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. It's a cat. It's a cat. Cats don't just let them go.
Also, isn't it interesting how like you have a cat greed that has wind powers and a bird greed who has fire powers? It's like you'd think it'd be the other way around.
It depends on the mythology, obviously. I mean, mostly, you're right. It should be a fire cat, but again, depends on how you look.
Also, a bird is like the flying one.
Yeah, I mean, the bird should have the air, should be the airbender, not the firebender, but
so AG turns into the what's it called? It's like Gorzo. And of course Gamel shows up like, hey Gamel, that guy has your medals. Mezel will be happy if you kick his butt. It's like, really? And then he summons a tortoise Yummy, and oh man, this is the part I'm gonna have to start to rant. The tortoise Yummy is probably the most frustrating mini boss in the entire game of Memory of Heroes. Because you have to fight him in a tiny room, and he does that spinning turtle shell thing where like you can't do any damage on him, and he does damage onto you, and the radius of his spin is just so damn wide that like it's next to impossible to dodge it.
Gamera.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Gamera is really sweet. Gamera has turtle meat. Gamera is spinning now.
Yeah, and of course, AG retrieves some yellow metals, which allows him to become Rata Rata. So like, oh, look at that. 2 full color combos in the same episode. And no fatigue. Also, like they agreed that like, okay, we're gonna collaborate if AG buys ice cream for a year.
Well, no, remember, they were chasing after them because but the AG and Onk got knocked into the ravine.
Yeah, where they started fighting each other. Yeah,
a lovers spat in the ravine, like yelling at each other, calling each other names, and of course. It's like, okay, that they love each other because Onk is
they fight like an old married couple.
Motherfucker, I can kill you, and I wouldn't care. Oh, you do care about AG. Yeah. It's just like, and you think again, AG's about to punch Onk, but we cut the scene. Like, wait, what happened? We were seeing domestic violence. What happened? What is so important that we cut the scene? I don't know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and Goto has a bazooka to fight the tortoise Yummy with.
So the tortoise yami is a very interesting yami that is, of course, like just like with Gamul, it's a very bulky, very heavy defense tanker creature. And Goto with his bazooka, although it is effective, is not as effective as Oz would be.
Yeah.
I'm like, a tortoise, who would have thought?
Yeah.
No. But well, I don't know if what was it this episode or was it the next that Kazuri, well, he sabotages Uba, sabotages Mizuzul, but he takes Gamul. He takes Gamul and he pumps him up.
Yeah, that's gonna be the beginning of the next episode.
Yeah. As of right now, we're just dealing with like the tsundere problems of Eiji and Ankh.
No way, it's actually the end of this episode.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Because it's like Kazuri gives Gamul not just a few of his actual.
Yeah, no. Like I'm gonna go over like how many medals this dude is gonna get his hands on. Like they have to like straight up use 3 trays just to like organize all of them, and that consists of like 1 set of each of the gray medals. So you got 1 rhino, 1 gorilla, 1 elephant. You got 7, count them, 7 blue medals, and you got 2 green medals and a red medal. So that's 10, 13 medals. Of course, he doesn't eat all of them at once. Kazuri takes the red one as payment, but they feed him specifically just the gray and the blue one. So he gains 10 new medals for a total of 14.
14.
Mind you, Agreed is supposed to only have 9.
You gave the special boy 14. Mama always said that life was like a box of chocolates. No. I'm sorry. Bobby Bufrain. It's Bobby Bufrain. Mama said that Mama said that greed's of the devil. Mm-hmm. Which it is. Like Gamul got jacked. He is whole. He literally got stuffed Gustafler. And he's full.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, like he looks noticeably chunkier than before.
He looks like a tank.
Yeah. Yeah. So, final medal count of the episode. There was like so many of them at the start. There were so many at the start. But now we just have two Taka medals, 1 Bata medal, 1 lion, 1 Tora, 1 cheetah. So basically, it's like we're back to like what we had in the first episode, except instead of an additional grasshopper and praying mantis, we have a lion and a cheetah. Thankfully, you can still use Tataba and Ratarata, but damn, we're down to 6.
We got wiped out.
We went from 14 to 6.
We got wiped out. We really
horribly.
Did.
Yeah.
I know that AG and Ankh kind of kissed and made up in this episode because instead of punching Ankh, he promised them a year's supply of ice pops. How he's going to get that, I don't know. AG, I know that
broke. Broke.
I know a certain website was not a thing back then, but I guess an ice pop's an ice pop, I guess.
Ice pops are ice pops. Yeah.
Anyway, so we go to the next episode.
Yeah. AG is basically licking his wounds, and Hina's just like really concerned. It's like, no, you rest.
You rest. No, I have to go. I said rest. God damn you! You push yourself too hard. You are not Superman. You're not even the Flash. You're not even Matter Eater lad. So relax. God damn you, Hina, sweet baby. Eiji's turning blue, or I think he's mauve at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah. Meanwhile, Ankh pays Kogami a visit. It's like, oh no, I had nothing to do with this whole setup, but Dr. Maki might have. But what? Yeah, no, he might be working with Kazri, and you're okay with this? Technically, no, but I want to see what he does.
How do you know this? You're talking in like absolutes. Like, yeah, I know. I was aware. I like, but again, that is the thing with Kogami. Kogami is not an idiot. He's not stupid. He is a man who he knows what day it is, at what hour, at what second. That's Kogami.
And you know, it's like, and you know, when you watch this season for the first time, it really gives you anxiety of like trying to figure out like is Kogami a good guy? Is he secretly a bad guy? Because like we've watched, because like by this point we've probably watched like so many seasons of Kamen Rider, like just between Kuga and W, like we know how things play out. Like even like freaking Mari's dad had his own sinister intentions. I don't need to go into Kamen Rider Blade or Kabuto or even Kiva.
No, I know. It's like we don't know who to trust at this point because who we always believe our allies turned out not to be.
Yeah.
But Kogami is in a special camp because when you look at him, you're like, wait, why did you do why? But it's like, no, he knows what he's doing. He gets it.
Yeah.
And what does this mean for him? Well, we're gonna have to just wait and see now, won't we?
Yeah. And Eiichi arrives just in time for Kogami to provide some much-needed exposition. Well, you see... and by the way, Erica needs to clock out. So, like, yeah, you go do you, boo-boo. You go do boo-boo. You know,
yeah, you go, girl. You go.
Yeah, she doesn't need to stay overtime to, like, hear the backstory. Okay, so 800 years ago, when the pyramids were still relatively middle-aged, so basically alchemists wanted to use the power of human desire, so they basically crammed the powers of various animals into metals. So they made a set of 10 for each of 6 categories, or 7, or 8, or many more if you have the CSM. And basically on their own, having a full set of 10 metals does absolutely nothing. But if you destroyed one of those 10 metals, leaving a total of 9, new life is created for this with a single-minded desire to be perfect.
Yeah,
and that's how the greed were made. So now we actually know that each greed's supposed to have only 9 metals.
Yes,
and having 10 or more is really bad. And
it's kind of like as they say, there is a reason why. There's a reason why the dog should never bite the hand that feeds it.
Yes. It kind of makes sense that having a full set of 10 would prevent the greed from existing, because perfection is the antithesis of existence. As a certain character from a certain anime that Steve likes once said, "The perfect being, you said? Well, I have to tell you the honest truth as I see it. In the world, nothing perfect exists. It may be a cliche after all, but it is the way things are. That's precisely why ordinary men pursue a concept of perfection. It's infatuation. But ultimately, I have to ask myself, what is the true meaning of being perfect?" And the answer that I came up was nothing. No one thing. The truth of the matter is that I despise perfection. It's something is truly perfect. That's it. the bottom of the line becomes there is no room for imagination, no space for intelligence or ability or improvement. Do you understand, to men of science like us, perfection is a dead end, a condition of hopelessness. It always strive to be better than anything that came before you, but not perfect. Science has agonized over the attempt to achieve perfection. That is the kind of creatures that we are. We truly enjoy in trying to exceed our grasp, in trying to reach for something that in the end, we have to admit, may in fact be unreachable. In other words, you may think we operate on the same level, but you are wrong. The moment you started talking about perfection, you embraced an impossible concept, and you already lost to me. That is, of course, if you are indeed a scientist at all.
To sum it up very quickly, the heaven is the ceiling. But
once you reach it, there's nowhere further for you to climb.
But you can punch a hole through a ceiling. And that's what you must do. Because there's no such thing as perfection. No such thing. If there is, then it's something that we can never comprehend or never ever understand, because it's something that no human organic beings should ever have. Once you do, well, how did it go that wise man meditated on a mountain, and when he came back, when people went to go find him and they found him collapsed, and they said, what did you find? He just stayed quiet the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing. Even the Greeds would probably kill themselves. Because why? Because only they themselves can defeat themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Perfection does not exist, and no one or anything should aim for it, because everything is always just a little bit, even if it's evenly symmetrical.
Mm-hmm.
There is just a small little flaw that itself is very aware of.
Yeah. Yeah, so Mezul is like limping down to her last core metal, and even Uva is hanging from a thread because his medals were also taken by Kazuri. So what does Uva decide to do? He decides to go after Mezul. Like, at first he tries to attack her. She fights back and tries to escape. Then he summons a group of null yummies in order to chase after her. Incidentally, Eiji runs and Ankh both run into her, but and they try to help her escape, not knowing she's Mezul.
Yeah, it's because Mezul is in her human
form. Yeah,
that's pretty much what she can do now.
Yeah,
but yeah, I guess somewhere along the berserking path of this behemoth, he finally realizes who he's talking to. It's kind of like, that moment in King Kong when he gets separated from Anne and he goes on a rampage downtown only for him to finally realize that he found her.
Yeah. So Gamil is like basically lost. He's looking everywhere for her. He accidentally ends up at the Christmas party where Hina's wearing a very nice costume, should I say?
They're celebrating a Christmas party.
Yeah, and even Eiji puts a party hat onto Gamil and takes a photo of him, and Gamil's at this where he's just overly stimulated because of all the metals inside of him. He mistakes Hina for Mezul. Racist. But then when he finds out it's not her, he gets so angry that all the glass in the entire restaurant shatters.
Yeah, just that was so random, but he just kind of disappears along with Eiji, and it's both Chaco and Hina were like, what was that?
Yeah. Yeah, like friggin' Gamil becomes his complete form. He's the first one to become his complete form, though not a perfect version of it, because keep in mind he has 14 medals in the context of they're not all his.
Yeah, no, he's jacked up, but he's pretty much a Pokemon that you got to level 100 just by using the infinite rare candy glitch.
Infinite rare candies, and then using a Game Shark to like maximize all your stats to like 999.
Yeah, so technically, yes, a total powerhouse, but not really. Like you didn't really earn it. And also, since Gamul is Gamul, he doesn't really grasp anything that's happening. He's pretty much now become just a brute at this point.
Yeah, but he finally finds Mesl, and she's like, Gamil, my darling, come to me, Gamil. Like it's kind of like Frankenstein's monster, and of course she absorbs him completely. She completely absorbs him, and then Dr. Maki's like, nope, that's still not enough. Like he said, remember, she is now at 15 because she took all 14 of Gamil's medals, including the one that contains his, as Perfect Cell will put it, my central nucleus. Yeah, so basically she's at 15, and then Dr. Maki like forces her to absorb all 5,000 medals from the previous episode, and he throws the other 2 UVA medals that he had earlier. So she's at 17 now, which now she turns into this mega greed. It's not even like a fan-made word due to lack of creativity. That's literally what it's called in the wiki. She turns into a mega greed, where like you have like an elephant tusk with like a whale's head at the end, like a dragon, and it's got tentacles and horns.
Like a giant jellyfish, but like if you put like a dragon and a whale and a jellyfish all together, like it's just some rampant abomination of sea animal and land animal parts. So not a bad design, honestly, but it kind of like, oh wait, is this the end for Gamul and Mizuzul?
Yeah, it makes you wonder. But just so you know, but what's really interesting is it is not a boss in the what's it called? In the game Memory of Heroes, which you'd think it would be, but it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's so weird. But yeah, no, it's but yeah. So we get a mysterious metallic armor walk out of an SUV.
Oh. Yeah.
And earlier, Goto was told by Dr. Maki that the birth driver is complete. So you're thinking it's Goto, and yeah. So like he shows, so this new rider shows up, and like he like click, and then he uses his cell burst. And this is why you play as this character in Climax Heroes 5, because you could just spam that move. And it does like a huge number on him. And of course, like 2 of the UVA medals fall out, which AG catches, and like he uses them to become Gata Kiriba. And yeah, we finally get to see one of our favorite combos on screen again. But enjoy while it lasts, because this is the last time you're gonna see it on TV.
Well, again, he uses Gatsukiri, but not in the way that we normally would think he would use it.
Yeah.
He actually unlocked something.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But yeah, so he uses like a swarm rider kick to destroy that massive greed, causing all of the remaining 15 medals to fly out. And then you just have like a 3-way grab between Ankh, Kazari, and Uva. But unfortunately, Ankh was only able to grab 2 of the medals.
Yeah. But we actually Mizuzul and Gamel didn't actually die here. They kind of it's ambiguous of what actually happened.
Yeah. But we are left with a very cold reminder of what could happen if someone absorbs too many core metals.
Mm-hmm.
But as they walk away, they are intercepted by this mysterious guy who is totally Goto. Surely,
yeah. They just see this armored rider, just standing there and just wait. What are you doing? Waiting for the bus? Like what? What's going on?
It's like who are you? Oh yeah, hold on. And like he drops a milk canister full of medals, and a user manual. It's like, here's my user manual. Kamen Rider box.
Yeah. So apparently now they come with user manuals.
Yes.
It's like wait.
Thank goodness. I have my own too, by the way. It's just inside one of those containers in my closet.
Let me just turn it off.
Yeah, and then then that's not Goto. That's not Nobunaga. At least not yet.
It's Gutsu.
It's our man.
The man, the myth, the legend himself.
Yeah, who doesn't quite say his name quite yet. But
next episode,
we're going to know his name. The name of the greatest man who ever lived, besides Oran Pierre Alfonso.
As I've said before, the actor in question is Hiroaki Iwagana? I think I'm saying that right.
Yeah.
This man has been in many a Toko property. He's like, I would say he is like, my God, how would I compare him without offending people?
He was in Tomeka Rescue Force and Tomeka Rescue Fire.
I would say if I were to compare Hiroki to somebody, he is like, why not? He's the John Cena of Tokusatsu.
Yeah!
He's literally that. Why do I say that? Because the man has one hell of a resume that's like, originally started
Tomeka Rescue Force, Tomeka Rescue Fire, Kamen Rider O's, Sengoku Basara, Berserk, Juoger for one episode where he plays a scumbag, unfortunately. He was in Space Sheriff in the future as Shider.
He was in Zuoger.
Yes, for one episode as a scumbag.
He's been several animes. I mean, the man is not only like a Toko staple, but he's also a soap opera staple. He's been like a romantic lead in several live action dramas. He's also, how he got started was he is a Japanese male model. Apparently, by my sources, he had a few early days with some, it says, prominent agencies and brands. And usually what that means, it's kind of like the level of like Gucci or Dolce & Gabbana kind of thing, you know, like, like he was there, but he's always had a love for tokusatsu. The man has always just been a big nerd. He might just be stonewall gorgeous, but he's a big nerd inside, like literally. And you know, obviously, this was again one of those shows that really amplified his career, because who would have thought, like, at this point, and from my research, he had like a couple of covers on like Men's Magazine and Fashion. And can you imagine, because there are male watchers in Japan and female watchers, when they saw, it's like, oh, that's got to be Goto. It has to be Goto. Nope. It's Hiroki.
Yeah.
It's Hiro. It's like, what? It's like the whole thing of the Masked Singer. It's like, no. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. He's gorgeous. Ladies, bring it down. You in the back again.
Yeah.
Bring it down. I love this man. I really do. And he's also, for all you manly men, he's guts. Yeah, no joke. In the and say what you will, okay? Say what you will about the 2016 animation of Berserk, okay? Yeah. I get it. I understand.
Guts.
No, and again, rest in peace to the mangaka. You know, like, seriously, we lost a great writer and mind. I honestly, again, I watched the original Berserk, and both English and Japanese, and I could not imagine anyone else voicing this character. It just fit so well. And
you know what's really interesting is when you see more of this man's career, you're thinking to yourself, man, you know, it would be so cool if this guy were to play Oda Nobunaga, because he would fit the character so well. Well, guess what? In 3 years, he will. And he did. And we discussed that when we did Kamen Rider Gaim.
Yeah, no, he literally, that was, I mean, anytime that I've seen Nobunaga in terms of video games or media or historical documentaries, I see Hiro. I see Akira Date.
Yep.
It's like the man was meant to play him.
Played that role, yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm like, if this is how Nobunaga's supposed to look like, you know, in artistry depictions, I'm like, ladies, can we get an amen? Seriously.
Amen.
Like, no joke. Even the boys, can I get one for our man Hiro, for Akira Date? I cosplayed the man. There's a photo of me.
Me too.
There's a photo of me notoriously when I joined this channel of like two broke guys. And it's like, again, Power Morphicon 4 years ago. Mm-hmm. And it was me and Deca Mexican. He was going around as Oz, and I was just and I had the milk tank. I got stopped so many times. There was so much love for Akira Date.
Yeah. Back in Anime LA, back when I used to host the Tokusatsu gathering, guess who played Akira Date?
We need Hiro. We need to bring Hiro here, but it's the same problem when it comes down to Shu and to Ryosuke. I guess Ryo also falls under that category. That well, they're big in Japan. Yep. They're very, very popular. So in terms of international fans to get a chance to meet them or to, you know, whatever, but again, I guess the popularity has really gotten to them. that they do have a very wide fan base in the States. So enough drooling of Hiro. Let's go
So
to the
our final medal count is 2 Taka, 1 of each of Uva's, 1 of each of Pokazuri's. So we do have Gata Kiriba and Ratarata. We have 1 Gorilla and 1 Unagi. Our total medal count is 13.
13. So we got these next. What episode are we on?
We just finished episode 16. So our next batch of episodes next week will be episodes 17 through 20.
Are we already done?
Yeah, we're done.
Wow.
Yeah. Episodes 13 through 16. Yep. Next week we got 20 through 17 through 20.
Really? We only went up to like just a couple episodes?
Yeah.
It felt so short.
Yeah.
Wow. So we literally got left off on a cliffhanger because I was like, wait a minute. We get introduced to this man. And who is he? But then we already spoiled it that it's Akira Date.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you end an arc on a cliffhanger.
I know people are going to be like, wait, we just got to Hiro. We just got to Akira Date. You can't stop now.
Calm down. Christmas break. New Year's break.
Again, you back there. Yes, you with the horse girl shirt. You can go watch the episodes, okay? I mean, you don't have to watch with us, but it's great that you do.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yeah, the next episode aired on January 9th, 2011. We have a whole, winter break obligatory hiatus, for New Year's.
We are now in the new year, and what a way to end off the new year, but with showing First and its rider.
Yep.
So, what now?
Well,
review.
Can we just say this whole batch of episodes were just like 9s and 10s?
This whole batch of episodes, I mean, I know that the whole thing with the surgeon was kind of like, but there really was a sense of like, it's not just about the surgeon and her father. It's also between Eiji and Ankh. Yeah. Because obviously it's like, well, yeah, no, we know Ankh is a dick. Ankh is an asshole.
He has to learn to not be one.
He has to learn not to. And I know he's just a big tsundere. He's just like mad at everybody. Like, fuck this. If I didn't like blah, blah, then I would have. Ankh, I know. We get it. Sweet little bird. You're going to molt. You're going to stress molt. Okay. Relax. Yeah. And I know that you're like, I'll kill Eiji. I'll fuck him. Like, no, you won't. You know what? Yeah. You know what? You would go to bed angry as hell, completely burning angrily. And as you're asleep, okay, calm, as I say this, all right?
Yeah.
Eiji would go into bed, put his arms and cuddle you as you are asleep, and he would fall asleep, and you would just be like, fine. Okay. Like, Ankh, you would not, like, go away from that. You would go to bed angry, but you would wake up in the morning and be like, yeah, we made up. We made up. Okay?
We kissed and made up.
All right? So chill. Now, the whole thing with, obviously, Hina and Erika shined in these episodes because, obviously, we got to see more of a side of Hina of, like, yeah, she might be funny. She might be like the comedy relief and also like obviously best girl, but
yeah,
she has a heart. She wants her brother to be safe, and even Ankh to an extent. You know, like honestly, like she could obviously end Onk. Really, she could, but she doesn't because it's like no. But she slowly is like accepting him and trying to be a part with him. We again the dichotomy of the greeds here. You know, like you would think, hey, you guys are working for the same goal, right? Same goal, but not same goals. Okay.
Yeah.
We're all working for that one, for the big prize, but how we get there is a completely different story. I think for modern day, like like a comparison for those who know or don't know, maybe you do. It's literally the rocks. If you understand what I'm telling you, rocks.
Yeah.
You know, if you read and you know about Rocks and the Rocks crew, you're like, how the hell did this even work? It doesn't. It doesn't. Like, you are dealing with powerhouses here. You're dealing with literal, like, incarnations of catastrophes. But for some reason, they're working together. But somewhere down the line, it's just going to just destroy itself.
Mhm.
And whether it's by actions or by one singular person.
Yeah.
Posity is really showing it. Really fucking showing it right now. Because you actually feel bad for Gommel and Mizu.
Mm-hmm.
Uva, well, Uva's Uva. So we'll get there. Yeah, no, obviously the scores were this was obviously like you're so invested in these episodes. Yeah, so yeah. It is like a 9 through and through. Like the core medals, like losing them, gaining them, and finally the reveal of birth and revealing of what's going on, the history of the greeds. Now we're like, wait, what do you mean you're done? What do you mean you're over? There's got to be more. You have to wait, children. You must wait.
Yeah.
So
I had fun watching these episodes because it's really fun to see how even amongst the greed, they're just tearing each other apart, their cloak and dagger, even against each other. They would benefit more if they did collaborate, but they refuse to.
Again, we have the same goal, but not the same goal.
But we don't.
We don't share the same. We're all on the same. We're all on paths, but we're not on the same path.
Yeah.
Which you would think. Wait. So then why are you guys together? Why not just make your own faction? Why not just because it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. But we're pretending, or someone is pretending harder to make it try to work when they know it's not. So again.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, even when Mezul absorbed Gommel, I felt like she wasn't even being genuine when she said, "My darling Gommel, I love you," all that stuff.
No. Mezul is just, like I said, she's just the woman of the group. There's really nothing defining or interesting about her character other than she's the lady of the group.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
She'll take and she'll take advantage of those feminine riles.
She'll use it and she'll like ride it, and doesn't care. It's not like other female antagonists or protagonists in later series that, while yes, they are beautiful, but it's like you find out that is just one side of them.
Yeah.
The Stomach family is a perfect example of like, oh yeah, super hot goth Dami mommy. What can she do? She knocked out a fully armored rider with nothing but mascara on.
Yep.
She literally destroyed the mother with just wearing a pair of heels.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
most people can't do that.
Yeah. So 9s and 10s across the board, basically.
Yep.
All right, let's see what the people have to say. I don't care if a woman's my surgeon. I just need her to pass the GMAT, MCAT, and to complete her residency. That's fair. That's fair.
That's fair. No, that's
Yeah,
fair.
that's fair. That's fair. And please don't give me that one day staffer who put a guy with cranial trauma into basic where he died of hemorrhaging in the hallway. Yeah, I don't know how. It's like, don't they teach you that like before you go to day one? Like, how do you not know this?
Again, that's why the whole thing was brought up of like, you know, and that's even a thing in that crap movie they did bring up. It's like, you know, they're scared. Yeah. Your patients are they don't want, who wants to be in a hospital?
No one wants to be in a hospital.
No one wants to be in a hospital. No, even with all the advancements that we have as a society, no one wants to be.
And realistically, as a doctor, you don't want to be in a hospital.
Oh no.
You want to help your patients, but like,
you know, obviously it's one thing. It's like, you know, you ever have like, you know, I have not had any good relationships with doctors. You know, they're all just stuffed shirts and like, you know, you're just a patient to them. Like, I'm not saying you got to be like, you know, buddy with me, but at least have the common decency,
bedside manners. Yes.
Yeah, knowing like my name or something other than just like, you know, patient such and such, you know, blah blah blah. You know, like this is, and again, it's maybe this surgeon, this lady surgeon, had that, you know, like. Maybe she did when she was younger. But of course, as time goes on, you know, what happened?
Yeah.
Something like, yeah, it's no longer about helping people. It's more about like perfecting myself and being the best. And it's like, no. Because
we need to go into my Yuri again.
Yeah, no, the thing is that, okay, if you were the best as you do claim to be, which
you wouldn't have to say it.
You wouldn't have to say it, and also the greed was the one that was making you be this. I mean, the hospital was just a hospital. It was not like a famous hospital or a world-renowned hospital. It wasn't until the greed infected you is that when you started, that's when...
Yeah, it's not the scalpel, it's the surgeon.
Yeah, so, again, everything was like, as they say, a placebo effect for you, because while you did, you didn't. It wasn't you.
OMG, Edward Scissorhands versus Freddy Krueger. Oh, jeez.
No. You know what? I'm not. I am a horror fan. I do enjoy my horror films. I'm more of a well, obviously with this being on this show, like the old B movies, you know, like Them, The Giant Mantis, you know, those types of old films. When it comes down to slashers, I'm not a big fan of the 80s slasher boom. I mean, I
like some, but not all.
I respect the first films. Yeah. I respect Halloween, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Child's Play, I guess, can be put on there. You know, you know the ones.
Yeah, the originals. But then the sequels get silly, like Dream Child.
And don't get me wrong, Freddy was always. But when you actually like find out that Freddy Krueger had a line of children's dolls and toys and pajamas
and a daughter.
No, I mean like in real life, like legitimate, like, you know how nowadays we have like merchandise, Poppy Playtime.
That's what you mean. Yeah.
Five Nights at Freddy's, Poppy Playtime, Bendy. So like all this stuff that I'm like, okay, very interesting concept, very interesting what you're doing, but that children are going to stores and buying these things. I'm like, but people get like, aren't you ashamed? I'm like, you're wearing a Nightmare on Elm Street t-shirt, darling.
Yeah. Like they had Terminator action figures. That was an R-rated movie.
Yeah, they had toys for the aliens and the predators.
Yeah,
I
love my Yuri. Awesome.
You know. My Yuri literally, although being a whack job, he had reason behind his words.
Yeah, Akira Dante, the goat. Yes. Yeah. Hold on, just for the fun of it, you know, you gotta get that screen. But that's pretty much it for our discussion. Thank you for all the comments. We love you guys. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Ding the bell icon. Stay notified for our latest videos. We are now at 3,000 on YouTube. We love you guys. Time like now we can do the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie for its 30th anniversary. And check out our other content, such as
when or how are we doing this? Are we gathering everyone at Las Noches to just have a dig at this film?
That would be fun. That would be fun.
Like literally, I don't see how there is any other way we could do it. I mean, everyone has their thoughts on this film, whether it was defining to your childhood or not. I mean, I'm not saying. Well, I can't say anything now. I have my thoughts and feelings on it.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching, though. You know,
bottom line is thank you. Thank you. I think when I came on, we were like at like 2.5.
We barely got to like 2.5.
Okay. So the fact that like another like
500 people,
500, have come on here, and whether you're watching, and again, I don't tend to watch the videos again or read or anything, you know, because I'm like, no, let's just leave it at that. I do sometimes look at the counts on people who are viewing and watching, and I am just amazed that, you know, one video I saw went from like 10 people, and then within the next day went to like 200. And it's like, wow. No, that thank you so much. You know, it reminds me when I was in Vegas and I got stopped a few times, even though I was just as an attendee. Thank you so much. And we'll see if we'll beat this dead horse once for the channel.
Yeah,
because I'm pretty sure we all have things to say about Tommy the movie.
Tommy the movie.
No, seriously, that's gonna be a main point for me. Then that's all you'll get from me for right now is Tommy the movie.
Tommy the movie. Yeah, no, it's not to be confused with Tommy Boy. But we also discuss Ultraman Omega, Kamen Rider Gov, Kamen Rider O's, and number 1 Sentai Gojuger. We finished an arc on O's, and possibly soon an arc on Gojuger, depending on what Toei says about that. And in a few weeks we'll be done with the full season on our main podcast, because Gav is almost over. There's only like 2 more episodes left.
Wow, man. That sheesh. Man.
Yeah. Also check out our interviews and vlogs on both this channel and our sister channel, The Buttery Show. There's definitely going to be a new vlog uploaded tomorrow morning, so definitely go watch that. And I'm currently editing an interview involving this guy also for The Buttery Show. We're going to get more PMC interviews coming up within the next 3 weeks. At least 2 of them. And if you want to say hi to us in person, we will be at the Burbank Marriott Convention Center for ToonCon, because we'll be celebrating the 20th anniversary of the Batman. And also recently announced some cast members from regular show are going to be there, so I'm excited for that. Let's see who else. What else? And also next year there's going to be Power Morphicon on August 28th through the 30th at the Pasadena Convention Center, or the 20th anniversary of Mystic Force this time around. So we hope to see you guys then and there, whether it's in 3 weeks or in 3 seasons. We love you guys. If you want to check out our personal content, where can the people find you?
Just on IG. Thank you so much for your comments and your messages, guys. And DMs are open for the public. I do look at them, and I just had a photo dump of just things I randomly did this year. So thank you again the 500 news. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
And you can find me on Instagram at Boken_Kabuto. And with all that said, guys, we love you. Be sure to stay safe, stay hydrated at the emergency kids, hug your loved ones, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Good night, guys.